Hello, Dollar General friends. In this video, I'm going to show you some footage of the 9 different Dollar General stores that I went into on Tuesday this week hunting for penny items. And let me just say, I'm really glad that this week the clearance event was going on through Thursday, because if it wasn't for the clearance event, I really would have regretted going shopping on Tuesday. I'm not going to talk about how many penny items I found till the very end of this video. Feel free to make your guesses now, or just let me know in the comments, how did you do penny shopping this week? Did you find a ton of stuff, or was it minimal for you like it was for me? A lot of the stores that I shop in are in small towns where people shop at the Dollar General a lot. So food items rarely go on clearance. So by the time they go 50% off during a clearance event, they go ahead and sell. So by the time food stuff goes to a penny, it's really hard to find in the stores in my area. So I definitely did not get a huge haul of penny food this week the way I was kind of hoping to. But I did definitely luck out on the red dot stuff. I didn't end up finding a ton of storage totes, which was something I was really hoping for, but I think I probably should have went shopping the first day of the clearance event instead of waiting until Tuesday if I wanted to find totes. So I only ended up finding that one large black storage tote at that store that was on the top shelf, and it even had a lid inside of it for a small tote, but the small tote wasn't there. So I don't know if they broke the tote, but for some reason they only had a lid for it. But hey, at least I got one 75% off clearance tote. And then if you look right here, those red dots are clearance. The other red dots are not clearance. I was just kind of trying to point that out. There's a lot of stuff in the NCI area that's more fancy, kind of bathroom storage decor and shelves and stuff that have a dot that looks just like the red dot on the stuff that is clearance, but for some reason that stuff is not ringing up on clearance. I hope that makes sense the way I said it. It can be so confusing. That's why, like I always say, you gotta use the app when you're shopping at Dollar General. It's just the best way to know what you're looking for. This store, I will say, was definitely my biggest success. I ended up with a full cart of red dot clearance from this store. This mirror ended up being fine, just the box was busted. I did grab a couple of Halloween items while I was out shopping this week. The Halloween candy has now dropped to 50% off. So during the clearance event, it was ringing up 75% off, so I grabbed a couple of Halloween candy items and some cookies. And then I did grab quite a bit of Halloween decorations and stuff. I just couldn't resist. They were ringing up 85% off for the clearance event. So even though I don't decorate as much for Halloween as I do for Christmas, I just can't resist 85% off stuff. All the $1 items were ringing up 15 cents. That's close enough to a penny item. Sometimes you don't want to wait till stuff goes to a penny, because by the time it goes to a penny, there's nothing left. So I don't mind paying 15 cents for some Halloween stuff that I thought was cute. I will say I did end up grabbing a whole lot of these two-tier little jewelry holders. If you notice, I grabbed them in almost every store that I went in. I think they were ringing up like 75 cents, and I'm going to use them for displaying small toys. You can also use them when you're like decorating to put little bitty things on. You know how people do the decorative tier trays nowadays? I'm going to make little mini tier trays of decorations with those. So that's why I grabbed so many of them. I couldn't resist the bluey necklaces at 85% off. Like I said, I just grabbed a few Halloween things everywhere I went. This was the one store that I went into that actually had a lot of clearance stuff put out for the clearance event. They had lots of bins and boxes of clearance stuff pulled out to dig through. I still didn't get very lucky with the penny items in this store, even though they had stuff to dig through, but I did at least find some good clearance stuff. I actually found one red dot towel at 75% off. And then I actually found some men's blue jeans, which were ringing up for like $5.63 or something like that, some random price. A very good price for blue jeans. I figured if they don't fit my husband, I'm just going to use them as clothes to wear with my big dogs because who cares if they get dirty? $5 blue jeans, that's just worth it no matter how they look, honestly. But you can see this store had a ton of clearance stuff. Just nothing worth digging through. It really makes you sad when you see this much clearance stuff, so you think you're gonna get lucky, and you start digging, and you just still can't find anything. This store, I had a little bit of clearance luck, but again, the penny items were just nowhere to be found. As soon as I walked in, I saw some tables of clearance stuff, and I was pretty excited about it. But the first thing that I grabbed, luckily, I ended up scanning it with my app, and it was not ringing up on clearance. So you'll see me grab this sparkly shower curtain. I had these in my visual video. I thought since the red dot and came in with all the other red dot stuff, they must be on clearance. But I ended up scanning it with the app, and the shower curtains are ringing up full price. I hate when stuff like that happens. Sometimes I photograph an entire collection of stuff at Dollar General that all came together at once, and I assume it's all ringing up on clearance, but then there's just random items that don't end up ringing up on sale, which is so frustrating. I did get lucky looking up at the sky shelf in the store though. I did end up finding that thing of storage containers up above the regular full price storage containers, and it was a red dot 75% off find. And then I spotted this box and saw that it said Halloween on the side. So it ended up being an entire box of Halloween coloring books for 15 cents each. I couldn't resist that. Maybe it would be still there if I waited till it went to a penny, but oh well, 15 cents, that's cheap enough. So, if you didn't notice, throughout the video, this was my penny haul, guys. I took a picture when I got home. I set it all up on the porch to take this great haul picture to show you. And this just goes to show, even if you're an expert penny shopper, not every trip can be a total win. So I thought, even though I kind of failed a bit at penny shopping this week, I'd still share it with you. Maybe it'll give you a good laugh, but this is my huge haul for the week. 5 total items. Let me know in the comments, how did you do this week? I hope you did better than me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you find some more clearance and penny finds the next time you go shopping. And until next time, bye.